And good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us for the 5th annual Women's Leadership Reception, coming to you live on Zoom as our first virtual event honoring both the recipient of the Granite State Outstanding Women's Leadership Award and the 2020 class of Golden Does. And before I go any further, I do want to mention that we are recording tonight's program so that those who weren't able to join us this evening won't miss out. Anyone is able to visit nhscouting.org next week, and they'll find a link for the video. Well, 2020 has been quite a year for all of us, with a lot of challenges and more than our fair share of bad news. The temptation to pull the covers over our heads and wait things out is certainly real and completely understandable. But the remarkable women we are going to recognize tonight have all refused to cave to that temptation. And I, for one, am grateful that they have given us something to celebrate. This year has also provided organizations like Scouting and many of our community partners with extra opportunities to step up and help other people. One partner who has answered the call is our presenting sponsor, St. Mary's Bank. St. Mary's has long been a supporter of Scouting, and they have really gone above and beyond this year in providing the Daniel Webster Council with much needed funding to keep the Scouting program in New Hampshire moving forward. Let's take a moment to hear about some of what makes St. Mary's Bank so special.
When is the last time someone put you first? Head of the pack, front of the line, I got your back kind of first. St. Mary's Bank puts you first. We're the nation's first credit union, started right here in New Hampshire. And from the start, we put our members' needs first. And we continue to meet those needs every day with easy access and always local decision-making, because it's about time somebody put you first. St. Mary's Bank, first in the nation, second to none.
On behalf of the entire Daniel Webster Council, I'd like to say thank you to St. Mary's Bank for their unwavering support. In addition to St. Mary's, 3 other organizations have stepped up to sponsor tonight's event and support Scouting, and I'd like to recognize them now. There is our platinum sponsor, People's United Bank, our silver sponsor, Grapponi Automotive, and our bronze sponsor, Stibler Associates. And you see their names on your screen. We are very fortunate to have a business community that invests in the future by supporting programs like ours, and we're so pleased that so many of you are out there watching tonight and joining us. Thank you all for your generous support. Before I go too much further into the program, I'd also like to thank our event chair, Liz Sadolsky, Director of Marketing at St. Mary's Bank, Daniel Webster Council Executive Board Member, and an Eagle Mom for her leadership. This event would not have happened this year, nor the past 4 years, without her dedication and talent. And speaking of talent, I also need to recognize Jocelyn Lenke, Community Relations Coordinator at St. Mary's. Jocelyn was instrumental in helping us transition to a virtual event. Thank you so much, Jocelyn, for your time, your knowledge, and your effort. Now, it is my pleasure to be able to introduce publicly for the first time Daniel Webster Council's first female Eagle Scout, Ms. Valerie Johnson of Troop 58, Campton Thornton. Valerie joined Venturing Crew 58 back in 2016, practically the moment she turned 14 and was eligible to join the BSA's co-educational teen program. Before long, she was elected crew president, demonstrating her natural leadership ability. Valerie was again first in line to join Troop 58G on February 1st, 2019, literally the first day that BSA opened a pathway for young women to achieve Eagle Scout by becoming members of a Scouts BSA troop. Valerie quickly worked her way through the ranks, completing her Eagle project this year and sitting for her board of review to become an Eagle Scout in October. Valerie is a graduate of Plymouth Regional High School and is currently attending St. Michael's College in Vermont, studying business administration and accounting. She plans to join the Navy and then pursue a career as a private contractor. Ladies and gentlemen, Valerie Johnson.
Good evening, everyone. I would like to begin by thanking this evening's event organizers for asking me here tonight. Furthermore, I would like to congratulate the Golden Doe Award recipients and Jan Raymond, the recipient of the Granite State Outstanding Women's Leadership Award. Due to the nature of these awards, I was asked here tonight to speak on scouting in general, but with a focus on leadership. Leadership is something different to each person, and tonight I would like to touch on my experience and what leadership means to me. I have experienced leadership in multiple different ways. To begin, I've been adventuring for almost 5 years and Scouts BSA for the past 2 years. These programs have allowed me to attend different leadership trainings and courses. One of these was National Youth Leadership Training, also called NYLT, and I attended this in 2016, and I've been staffing for the past 5 years. It has allowed me to show my leadership skills by moving up to the ranks of being a vice president, a senior patrol leader, an assistant course coordinator, and then this year's course coordinator for the entire NYLT course. It also helps me exemplify the citizenship part of scouting because it is all volunteer based. I also had the opportunity to go to Summit Bechtel Reserve in West Virginia to be a participant at National Advanced Youth Leadership Experience. This is also known as NAIL because that can kind of be a mouthful. I was able to return and be on staff, but this time I went to Philmont Scout Ranch in New Mexico in 2019. This gave me an opportunity to meet scouts from across the country and see different leadership styles. Furthermore, I have been both the president and vice president of my crew and the senior patrol leader of my troop. So I have been exposed to leadership at a smaller level as well. And leadership doesn't just happen in Scouts for me. I've had experience outside of Scouts as well, especially through school and extracurricular activities. One of these was I was the cross-country captain my senior year of high school, and I definitely focused on servant leadership. I always made sure I went and watched my teammates race. Even if I had a rough race, I was always out there cheering them on, and I always made sure that I did all of the workouts with them. And this also included the personal fitness aspect of scouting along with leadership. And in high school, I was the treasurer of the National Technical Honor Society. And this gave me experience in the leadership aspects of teamwork and organization, as well as doing community service with the club. And something that in general, I believe leaders have is they impact others. I know that many have impacted me, and I always try to go out of my way to thank them for everything they've done to me. And that's something I strive to do, is I always want to impact those that I lead. And 3 points that I've taught throughout my years on staff for NYLT and NAIL are servant leadership, the ability to adapt, and visions. All 3 of these I use throughout my Eagle project. So for servant leadership, it's putting others first and doing the work with everybody, not expecting them to do things without you helping as well. I did this through my Eagle project by helping out with all of the donation collections, tallying everything that we received, packing, and then delivering them to the Humane Society. And embedded in servant leadership is the golden rule. So treat others how you want to be treated. And if you do this, you will build trust and respect between the teammates and the leader. And then your teammates will want to follow you and they will respect you and appreciate you. My second key point is flexibility. And so sometimes you're going to have confidence when things don't follow plan A. So an example with my Eagle project is I did not expect COVID-19 to last throughout the summer. And I thought it was going to go away, when summer hit, and I was going to be able to do my Eagle project by collecting donations for the Humane Society outside of different stores and everything. But due to the virus, I was unable to do this. So I had to adapt. And instead of doing this, I created an online registry so people were able to donate from their own homes and they didn't have to go out and risk being exposed to the virus. My final main point that I'd like to discuss are visions. So visions are an idea that you see in the future and you have to communicate what this vision is with your followers. And we use this a lot at NYLT because every participant has to create a vision. And this ensures that they will use their leadership skills because a vision is usually created by an individual and they have to express it to everyone else. And I had to come up with a vision for my Eagle project and then execute it. But in between that, I had to communicate with other people to show them what I was seeing in my mind. And then I was able to make it into a reality. I found a quote that really, I believe, sums up visions. It is, "To grasp and hold a vision, that is the very essence of successful leadership." This is a quote by Ronald Reagan, who was also known as the great communicator. And communication is another big point of leadership. And I just believe that having a vision and being able to execute it, that's what makes an effective leader. And there are other points of leadership, such as communication, that I wasn't able to cover tonight since I don't want to take up too much of your time. But my main goal is to explain that leadership is everywhere and it comes in different forms. And not everyone here tonight has been a leader in the same way, but everyone has been a leader in some sort of situation under different circumstances. And I applaud you for that. To end, I challenge every one of you, if you are a scout or if you aren't a scout, to do a good turn daily and to be a servant leader in all of you do. Thank you.
And thank you, Valerie, for your inspiring comments and sharing your scouting experience with us. I think you're going to do just fine, and we are all going to benefit for that. If anyone watching tonight has ever questioned the wisdom of letting women into scouting, I think now it's clear that the BSA made the right decision. This would certainly the world could certainly use more young leaders like Valerie. And while perhaps you can't attribute her success entirely to scouting, I'm sure she'd agree that it played an important part. To help us transition into the next part of our program, let's pause for a moment for a smile, courtesy of tonight's platinum sponsor, People's United Bank.
David, if Fred comes by, don't worry. I've got your back.
Should I be worried about Fred?
Yeah, I got a Fred alert. So, just watch out.
Do you mean a fraud alert?
Yeah, that's what I said, a Fred alert.
Meerkats are always checking for predators. You should be too. Introducing Always Checking from People's United Bank. Digital identity protection that's free for all personal checking customers.
Fraud alerts should not be taken lightly.
Well, neither should Fred alerts, David.
Always Checking from People's United Bank. There's only one you. Let's keep it that way.
A scout is cheerful, right? People's United has been a strong supporter of scouting over the years. And this evening, we're fortunate to have Diane Mercier, New Hampshire president of People's United Bank, with us to introduce Jan Raymond, this year's recipient of the Granite State Outstanding Women's Leadership Award. Diane has served as People's NH president since 2009. Her banking career began in New Hampshire in 1985, and she has moved through leadership positions in both regional and commercial banking along the way. She is a graduate of Leadership Nashua, Leadership Manchester, and Leadership New Hampshire. It's the trifecta, showing a deep concern for and intimate understanding of our community. Serving on boards of institutions including the New England Council, Riviera University, Manchester Chamber of Commerce, and the New Hampshire Center for Public Policy Studies, Diane is continuously engaged in effecting positive change for New Hampshire, and for that reason, she was recognized by the Daniel Webster Council with the 2016 New Hampshire Distinguished Citizen Award. Diane has known Jan Raymond, tonight's honoree, since 1993. We won't ask anybody to do the math, and in many ways, she credits Jan with her own professional success. I'll now give the screen to Diane to share with us why Jan Raymond is deserving of this year's Granite State Outstanding Women's Leadership Award.
I met Jan in 1993. She was running Hilco, an organization charged with large project foreclosures, closing unprofitable offices, running auctions, and managing $700 million in distressed assets. I, on the other hand, was in a relatively entry-level position. But because we shared an acquaintance, I was asked to meet Jan to talk about a project that she was working on. We spoke for some time, and she finally revealed that she needed someone to go to New York's Fifth Ave to close an office. I was excited and terrified at the same time. She assured me that she would make sure I had whatever support I needed to be successful, that I would learn more in 6 weeks than many people can learn in 2 years, and that I might just find myself having a little bit of fun. I had never met anyone like her. a woman in charge. She was calling the shots, and she was right on all counts, and she changed my life. I am just one in a long line of people that Jan has changed. She shows you the way to go. She goes first. She takes time to show you how to do what needs to be done. She's endlessly patient, and she's a strong commander. She was a senior vice president in 1985. Most people can't imagine how rare that was in this industry, a senior vice president in commercial banking in 1985. But Jan has never chased a job or a title. She's been more interested in experiences and impact. Now, this doesn't mean that she isn't sharply focused on goals and success. It just means that she has a very particular way of achieving success that has brought everyone else along to the party. She has a way of expecting more from you than you might of yourself, and you just don't want to let her down. If you're lucky and smart, and you get to spend enough time with her, you start to become more like her in that way. You dig in, you go first, and you bring others along. If it's true that you're the average of the 5 people you are closest to, and I believe that's true, my advice is to spend more time with Jan. She will bring your average up. Banking New England got it exactly right by recognizing Jan as 2020 New England Banking Award recipient. Those of us who know her know that she places relationships above everything else, and that in those relationships you can and must be kind as well as strong. This simple formula for success has proven itself in her own accomplishments these last 40 years. But what is often less understood is how that simple formula has paved the way for so many others of us that have been lucky enough to find ourselves in Jan's path. Congratulations, Jan. This recognition is so very well deserved, and I am so very proud to call you friend.
Thank you, Diane, and congratulations, Jan, for the shining example that you set and for all the good that you have done for the community. The Daniel Webster Council is pleased to present you with the 2020 Granite State Outstanding Women's Leadership Award. I'll now turn it over to you if you'd like to share any thoughts.
Thank you very much. I'm very, very humbled first to get the award, and then second of all, to listen to all of the wonderful things that my dear friend Diane has said. I am very proud of her and very proud of many, many people that I've had the privilege to work with and enjoy spending time with over the years. It's been just great to see how women have come forward in banking. There are many more opportunities out there for us, but having a lot of examples out there, which at the time Diane knew I didn't have. I would go to a breakfast meeting and it would be all men and steak and eggs, which men would like to eat for breakfast. No fruit, those types of things. So I look back and I think about how things have changed, and I'm so proud to actually have been part of that. And I do want to congratulate Valerie. I had a wonderful opportunity to speak with her and get to know her, and she is the future. And she is why Scouting did make the right decision, Lauren, as you said, to open things up to young women and girls and let them be part of it. Valerie, you've got a wonderful career ahead of you. The Navy is going to be so lucky to get you. So congratulations to you. Congratulations to you with your college education. And I had a few other comments that I was going to make, but I have to say, in keeping with what I was going to say, Valerie hit on many of those points. So for a young woman, you really have it all together. And also Diane hit on several points that I would have liked to have made. So I'm glad that she picked up on some of those things. So would just like to thank everyone here, the Daniel Webster Council of Boy Scouts and all of the sponsors. Would like to thank my family as well, my husband and my sons, who know what it's like to have a crazy mom who's busy working and volunteering and helping others, and how important it is to help others. It's not all about yourself, but it's having a vision helping make people's lives better. So thank you very much. I'm very humbled.
Thank you so much, Jen. And I think that probably everyone here tonight has a child who would consider us a crazy mom. So we are following in your footsteps. And Valerie, I know that you will too. But thank you for your inspiring words, and especially for all that you have done for New Hampshire. You really serve as an inspiration to go out into the world and make a difference. We have one more special guest this evening who would like to congratulate you. Ron Covey, President and CEO of St. Mary's Bank, our presenting sponsor. Now, Ron is an Eagle Scout and was honored by the council with the New Hampshire Distinguished Citizens Award in 2015. Ron.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Ron Covey, President and CEO of St. Mary's Bank. For those of you who may not know, St. Mary's is the first credit union in the nation and has a long history of supporting the community. We've been serving individuals, families, and businesses since 1908, helping all to grow and prosper. And we are strongly invested in our local communities. That's why St. Mary's Bank has been a proud supporter of the Daniel Webster Council and Scouting in New Hampshire for many years. We are very pleased to be the presenting sponsor of the 2020 Women's Leadership event to celebrate leadership and recognize remarkable women in Scouting. I've known tonight's honoree, Jan Raymond, for many years and asked her to join St. Mary's as our Chief Lending Officer a couple of years ago. As a leader, Jan brings energy, passion, and a commitment to excellence. There is no one more deserving of the honor. Congratulations, Jan, on receiving the 2020 Granite State Outstanding Women's Leadership Award. I'd also like to offer my personal congratulations to all the Golden Doe Award recipients. Your contributions to Scouting are so important. Thank you for all you do.
Now, Jan, I think that you should go into work tomorrow and ask Ron to wear the Distinguished Citizen's hat the rest of the week. I think
okay.
You have
I'll
earned
do that. So he'll probably be working remotely.
Oh. Yeah,
so he wouldn't mind.
Yeah, send it to your house. Thank you so much, Ron, for that lovely video and great remarks. And congratulations once again to you, Jan. It's been a pleasure working with you the last few years on this. And now it's time to turn our attention to this year's class of Golden Doe Award recipients. A few things about the Golden Doe Award. First off, this is an award created right here in the Daniel Webster Council to provide our scouting units an opportunity to publicly recognize women who make invaluable contributions in their unit program. Now, we all know that when our youth members have a positive experience in scouting, it is largely thanks to the quality of their unit leadership and the willingness of adults to volunteer. While the scouts may not always recognize this, the young scouts that is, and they undoubtedly do a lot to shape their own experiences, skilled leaders and other dedicated volunteers provide the framework for success. The Golden Doe Award provides an annual opportunity to highlight just how many of those volunteers are women and reminds us that scouting is truly a family program. Cub Scout packs, scout troops, venturing crews were all invited to select one woman from within their ranks who has been integral to the success of their local program. Recipients can be registered leaders, dedicated parents, or members of a unit's chartered organization that have selflessly served scouting. No doubt it was a challenge for many units to select just one recipient, considering the number of dedicated women involved in the program. So, Does, please know that it is an exceptional honor to be chosen. When your unit selected you, they provided an explanation of why you deserve the award. And that statement has been included in a commemorative program book that will be sent to your unit leadership, along with a presentation kit so that they can present your award at a time and place that works for you. And now, without further ado, I present to you the 2020 Golden Doe Award recipients. Linda Chelsea, Troop 31, Charlestown. Melissa Colpitts, Pack 68, Laconia. Marcelle Coulon, Troop 290, Manchester. Katie Crawford, Pack 56, Plymouth. Erin Crowley, Troop 22, Amherst. Erika Desclos, Pack 123, New Boston. Heather Dudley-Tatman, Troop 323, Exeter. Deborah Dyer-Quinn, Troop 77, Hopkinton. Brianna Fedolfi, Pack 405, Derry. Joan Franklin, Crew 911, Merrimack. Marsha Kofman, Troop 401, Merrimack. Diane Leonard, Troop 13, Danville. Maggie Logsdon, Pack 401, Merrimack. Kristin McCosh, Troop 3B, Raymond. Rae Neilson, Troop 3G, Raymond. Kelly Oxley, Pack 290, Manchester. Karen Palleschi, Troop 270, Pembroke. Jessica Perelgut, Troop 18, Plaistow. Julie Phillips, Pack 605, Londonderry. Jane Richardson, Troop 19, Nashua. Elizabeth Saich, Troop 426, Londonderry. Tejal Saraiya, Pack 114, Bedford. Erlane Sargent, Crew 200, Newmarket. Dawn Sedutto, Troop 86, Concord. Leslie Spencer, Troop 5G, Bedford. Laurie Stevens, Troop 290, Brookline. Rhonda Tapply, Troop 407B, Milford. Lindsay White, Pack 5, Bedford. And Jennifer Williams, Troop 5B, Bedford. Please join me in a big virtual round of applause for this amazing group of women. And thank you to all of the units who nominated their Golden Does. Before we conclude, I'd like to say thanks again to Eagle Scout Valerie Johnson for being with us tonight. And a big congratulations to our Granite State Outstanding Women's Leadership Award recipient, Jan Raymond.
Thank
To
you, Mark.
all of our Golden Doe recipients, thank you for everything you do for Scouting. It has been a pleasure being with you this evening. My name is Lauren Collins-Klein, Pack 114, Den 7. Thank you so much for tuning in and helping to celebrate these outstanding women. And we'll look forward to seeing you all again, hopefully in person next year. Have a wonderful evening.